Amber's ex-boyfriend James Franco has taken his hands from her falsehood and has left her to face her karma on her own. She hoped that many people would support her when she went out against Johnny Depp, but everyone, even James Franco, refused to engage with her lies. Fans were not surprised to discover James's name in Amber's psychologist's notes regarding personal relationships. Given how frequently Amber cheated on Johnny, she did not identify any faults in her evidence. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at how James Franco comes forward with new shocking revelations about Amber. Yeah, you heard it right. Regardless of the matter of the outcome of the trial, Amber cannot disprove Johnny's suspicions that she cheated on him. Therefore, when the two reunited in 2015 to make Rum Diary, Johnny suspected Amber of infidelity. Amber sought to explain to Johnny that his stories had no basis in the truth, but she was unaware of the countless pieces of proof that would soon surface, proving the veracity of her adulterous affair. Later, Amber disclosed that Depp was so envious of James Franco that he disapproved of her working with him. She claimed that her anger grew over time, and at one point, he kicked her in the bathtub, causing her to fall to the ground. However, Amber waited until he was sober before revealing that Johnny had struck her. However, prior to delivering a final conclusion in the situation, we must study the witness's testimony regarding the incident. Johnny Depp reported that she told him numerous extremely terrible things about James Franco, including that he attempted to kiss her and made sexual advances on the set of their prior film. She asserted that he was a pervert and a rapist who made aggressive advances towards her. It is now clear why Johnny does not want Amber to work on Franco's upcoming film. However, did this prohibit Amber from seeing Franco? While playing the victim card, she clearly never called James at her apartment. Next, Amber states that she's growing dread of Johnny and reveals that she has altered the apartment's locks and retained the keys. However, when Johnny was absent, she invited Franco to the same apartment. Amber and James Franco were photographed holding hands in the elevator of the Eastern Columbia building. On May 22, 2016, the attorney for Johnny, Camille Vasquez, questioned Amber regarding her feelings. Around midnight, after changing the locks and inviting his buddy over, she expressed how comfortable she felt with James. Clearly, a person who has been severely mistreated by their partner and has visible injuries will not feel comfortable spending their precious time with another person. In her response, Amber said that James was her neighbor and friend, and that she had exhausted her support network with her normal friends, and that he was willing to embrace as many friendships as he could at the time. Given that Amber was having these experiences while Johnny was filming Black Mass in Boston, it was very evident that she had invented the entire story. Then, despite the efforts of Amber's entire team to make this contract appear typical, this interaction appeared to be unremarkable, as James Franco was emphasized in the section on personal connections by Amber's psychologist. This presents a number of problems. At this time, Johnny Depp's attorneys made every attempt to reveal the truth, but the psychiatrists were adamant and also presented a preposterous accusation. The psychologist emphasized that she was not implying a romantic relationship existed. She inquired about James Franco's status because the subject was brought up. In this scenario, they must consider the willingness of Amber's previous psychologist to defend her in court. Nonetheless, it is apparent that Amber anticipated her ex-boyfriend to corroborate her fabricated story by appearing in court. In spite of the fact that he testified in the British court and submitted his whole confidential statement, James Franco avoided the drama during the American trial. Regarding Franco's remark, it was clear that none of the parties could discuss the information that the actor voluntarily offered. If no one knows what James testified particularly about, they are in for a surprise. In fact, a statement published by Franco's legal team during the report included the sentence, "Prior to consenting to appear, we request that the court grant a protective order of secrecy," among other conditions. As detailed below, the transcript will not be used for any additional purposes. Any portion of the transcript produced in court is presented under seal. Nobody, including the press, is entitled to disclose to third parties or anyone else that James Franco's deposition is being taken or has been taken. And if any party violates the rules of confidentiality, they're liable for liquidated damages at an amount that they can negotiate. Despite this, Amber has attempted to exploit the situation by claiming James also noticed her bruises. James may not have the courage to deceive her once more, but he's been quite busy with his drama. In January of 2018, Franco was accused by 5 women of attempting to sexually assault them. Moreover, as a result of everything that unfolded, shortly after he was nominated for a Golden Globe, people began to lose faith in their celebrity. Not only did 4 women who had attended James Franco's acting school come forward to expose his true nature, but they did it in unison. one more mentor though, and disclose a terrible narrative. James did not want to be a part of such a gigantic spectacle which the entire world was watching. Instead, James is focused on his next films. In 2018, James discussed the subject on Late Night with Seth Meyers, where he cited the hashtag #MeToo movement and noted that there are people who need to be heard. Do you believe that Franco will reveal everything to the public at some point? Elon Musk, the ex-boyfriend of Amber, too withdrew from the situation and abandoned her. We all know how that turned out. Those who did come forward, such as Amber's sister and close friends, presented their perspectives and were confronted with the reality in court, and they're now turning against James Franco. Amber said that Johnny isolated her by preventing her from meeting with her friends out of envy. However, he also let Amber's friends live in his apartment for free. However, there are numerous legal loopholes there. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned!